Does in Anambra State, we are the only state that regularly gives civil servants bags of rice.
Can I comment?
Produced from Anambra State.
Can I comment, sir? Can I comment, sir? Can I comment, sir? Can I comment, sir?
Yeah, please.
Because you know, if you give rebates, it must translate into some cash. Do you plow it back into the system? Because everywhere that you give rebate, there is an anticipated IGR revenue. So whether you collect it as cash or not, you have given a rebate which is an amount. That amount that you have given, which you are supposed to have gotten from IGR, from there, what have you done with it to the society? How have you funded other areas of your economy or your state that you were going to fund with that
money?
Hold on, sir. When you talk about this, statistics is very critical to me. What percentage of the population is benefiting? Because if you come to talk about welfareism, then you must talk about the generality.
Asking me questions.
Yes, I am.
Very simple. I don't have to waste time. Nobody disputes that today Anambra has the most effective and the best road network in the country. Okay? Our education is such that in all the competitions, educational competitions, Anambra State habitually takes the first position, including representing Nigeria in international competitions in Germany and in South Korea and winning. It's very simple. I'm talking about schools, public-owned schools, not privately owned. Loretta Special Science Secondary School, ADES, in Anambra State, just won the best results in all the science subjects throughout West Africa.
Excuse me. Student in the last five.
Excuse me. I just told one incident. Okay, in all the science subjects, go to where? Go to NECO. And this is a public school. This is what is going on in Anambra State. There is no point being in denial. If other sections of the country are not happy with the quality of democracy that we're practicing, the people of Anambra have no reason to be like the rest.
Okay, so
we are very proud of our achievements.
Anambra is an example that the rest of the states can copy from. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely.
Okay, the question I asked
Excuse me, only Anambra State has, in the last 5 years,
Mr.
reviewed salaries of workers upwards. No other state has that record.
Mr. Adinuba, I'm glad you're bringing up the Anambra example. Fantastic. We're talking about democracy in Nigeria, and it's good that you're putting up that example. Fantastic. But the question I asked is, and which is what he talked about, which is what Mr. Libede also talked about, institutionalizing democracy. When this administration, and don't say it's not possible.
No.
Don't say
it's unthinkable.
When this administration goes, will it continue the next administration, whether it's ABGA or any other party that comes in, would these things continue? Or would there come a time when one will say, oh, the man that was there, would there come a time when there's a Pharaoh that doesn't know Joseph will step in on the throne and things will not work again?
If you try to reverse the gains, the people will chase you away.
The people.
Chase you away literally,
Fantastic.
not metaphorically.
So we're back to the people. The dignity of the people.
Exactly.
Can it be achieved with the kind of democracy we're practicing? He's given the Anambra example. Can it be achieved? Is it worth going after?
I still stand on the fact that with the way we go with this democracy, the dignity of the humans in this country cannot be achieved. And will never be achieved based on this capitalist model of economy. It can never be achieved. He has just said Anambra has a welfare system. And I ask the question, a state cannot run a welfare system. Look at what Lagos State government did during Fashola regime, giving free health care to an extent, asking the disabled to go into the BRT bus freely. At the end of the day, these things collapses. Because you observe that pressures will not begin to come from other states to ridicule those welfare system. Except the federal has the might to practice the welfare system. When you talk about the welfare system, how does it impact?
I don't think you're a student of history, okay? Okay? Listen, I understand, I'm a social scientist. I understand this country's history very well. When you say a state cannot, only the federal government, I mean, I'll be shocked. One thing you hear my brothers and sisters from the old Western region was Awolowo introduced welfareism. Was Awolowo already a federal government? Please.
But did you hear what he said? He said pressure from other states will weigh on that plan.
What led to the collapse was a military coup that removed all civilian governments. Please, nothing like pressure of people coming from other states. In Anambra,
but did you also notice that the population of Lagos and the Southwest increased when that welfare system was operating in the Southwest? Do you also know that?
I have no statistics to show that. I have no statistics, and if you have any, you let me know. In Anambra, where we're doing all this, it's possible people come from neighboring states. It's possible, but that has not made us stop. That's actually made us work harder. Excuse me. There is something I want Nigerians to know. In Anambra, we have the policy of doing more with less, and it's working. In every state in Nigeria, what a commissioner drives is a Prado. What do I drive? Proudly tell you this. I drive something much smaller.
Mr. Adinuba, again, I'll tell you, we're not discussing Anambra, we're discussing Nigeria. You're using the Anambra example. Hold on. You're using the Anambra example, but we're telling you that that example, let's come back to the Southwest here. He practices a local government, former local government chairman. Yes. Okay, so tell us, was there pressure when the welfare system was in practice in the Southwest? Was there pressure coming from the external to weigh on that system?
Of course.
And that's the example again.
Even when I was in government, let me give you an example. When I was in government, it was a local government, and I had some other things. I introduced what I called free transport system for all students. For as long as you were in uniform, it was taking them in to schools and out, because I saw the pressure of students trying to get to schools, and they were looking tired. And it was there. But what happened was that the local government surrounding and thereabout were actually putting pressure on the system. That's why I agree with him. And it's a human factor. Once you find a place that is more comfortable for you, you will migrate.
Definitely.
What oil did to us is that as soon as crude oil came, everybody left their local things, destroyed the economy of the other sectors, and we were running after oil. That is the issue now. I'm going to say to him, sir, with due respect to Anambra State, I think that they're doing well if what you're saying is right. But what I'm saying about the model is that, look, like he said, we need a national model. And I know for sure that Anambra State takes his paycheck every month from FAC. Which means that
from Abuja.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. From Abuja. Yes. Which means that
what's wrong with that?
Yeah, which means that everything is determined by that last stop of the pyramid. That's where it comes down. And if that is the case, that's the place to start anything for this nation. And I believe that you were talking about the judiciary system. For as long as we batter that, we're in trouble.
Okay, thank you very much. We have to go. So in 3 seconds, and I'll cut to you if you get. I'll read this quote from Martin Luther King sent in by one of our viewers. He says, "We need leaders not in love with money, but in love with justice. Not in love with publicity, but in love with humanity." Credited to Martin Luther King Jr. So now with that, your closing sentence in 3 seconds. Mr. Adinuba first.
Let Nigerians continue to repose confidence in democracy with all the challenges. I think the future is bright. And there are exceptional cases to show that there is indeed a future for the Nigerian people.
Thank you. Mr. Oza.
Yes, as much as there's a future for this country, I also want to chip in that the government of the day should realize the fact that they run on a capitalist model of economy. And that does not sound well for our democracy.
Okay.
Because we're in a situation where you have people, chasing few resources without the benefits coming to them.
So, well, I still maintain that we need to look at our model, where we spend so much money to run a government. We can never get better to the people.
Thank you very much, Mr. Yonju Likpede is a former chairman at Abeokuta South Local Government. Sidon Adineba, Commissioner for Information on Anambra State, John Oza, social commentator. Thank you, gentlemen, for sharing your thoughts with us. Sunrise will be back in a moment. Please don't go away.